I'm just with my girlfriends. It's so weird because you still can have fun when you're married, you know? It's all about trust.
Wait, she's been married 17 years and she still hits the streets with her girls. And she's not accepting drinks from other men. Ooh, y'all ain't ready for this kind of accountability.
A man who didn't want to have sex before marriage?
Yeah,
What makes you open to that idea?
I feel like that's respectful. If he's willing to wait for you, hell yeah.
Is that sexy? Is that a turn on for you?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Wait a minute. This is so not what we're accustomed to seeing. She is open to the idea of waiting until marriage for sex, even though she's married. She finds that sexy. Y'all, I am loving this. Like, she's excited about this. She's like, yeah, that's sexy that he would want to wait for me. This is such the opposite of what we see on social media all the time, where we have these very open relationships and people are telling you to go and soil your royal oats. This young lady is like, no, this is sexy that he's going to wait for me. Like, I am the gem, the ruby. He's going to wait for me. I love that.
Do you think that's the reality of most men, though, in 2025?
No, I feel like dating is hard in this age. And I'm actually married. I've been married for 17 years.
17?
Yeah, 17 years.
And you're how old?
I'm 44.
How did you end up on 6th Street?
I'm just with my girlfriends. It's so weird because you still.
Wait a minute. Let's roll back. Married for 17 years. That is rare. 17 years, y'all. 17 years.
You can have fun when you're married, you know? It's all about trust.
Do you feel like it's a cheat code to acting single, even though you have a man at home?
No, I'm not acting single. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just having fun with my friends.
Do you allow men to buy you drinks when you're out?
No.
She's married for 17 years. And she's like, y'all, it's about trust. It's about independence. I can still be married, still hang out with my girls, and have fun. Just because I'm married doesn't mean that I can't go hang out with my girls. Because it's about trust. It's about independence. It's about allowing that person to be who they are. Be independent. Be sometimes just by yourself. Or in this case, with your girls. Now, I don't know about being on the scene in these streets. But I mean, let's put it in a different environment. Let's say, we're out to brunch or, we're hanging at a coffee shop or hanging at a low-key lounge. Yes. And then she says she does not accept drinks from other men, even when she's out with her friends. Ladies, let's take some notes here, okay?
I usually don't. I buy my own.
Why not just let it happen if you're with trusted people anyways?
I don't need to. My husband will buy me drinks if I need, and I'm just having fun with my friends. And I think that is something that men can't grasp, that you can just go out and have fun with your friends without expecting to meet a man and want to F at the end of the night, and that's not the case.
Do you think
interesting that just because you go out doesn't mean that you have to hook up. Going out with your friends just to have fun. Interesting concept. I don't understand where we have lost the art of having fun. The art of just chilling and not having all of this baggage, these expectations. It's about mutual respect, traditional values, fun. Check this out. Fun within boundaries. Interesting concept. You can still have fun, but know the boundaries. There are definitely boundaries when you're married. Again, I would not be out in the clubs. That's what her friends chose. That's where she's going to hang out, maybe let loose and, just be around friends. But as long as your friends know the boundaries, hey, I have a husband. Y'all can't hook me up with nobody. Y'all can't expect me to hang out with some random guy. I'm buying my own drinks. I am married. Respect my marriage. It is definitely feasible. It's definitely possible to hang out with the single ladies with boundaries. And I agree with her. A lot of men don't understand that. You can hang. You can trust me. I know the boundaries. Better yet, let's stop and communicate. What are the boundaries? Hey, do we agree that maybe I shouldn't go to clubs because there are temptations all around? Let's see what else this young lady has to say.
Men think that way because they're always looking to get some when they go out.
I think that there's probably some that do, and then there's some that don't. Here's the thing. I feel like women and men, we need to start respecting each other more. We need to bring relationships back because that is everything. Relationships are everything. We are meant to connect with people, I feel like. We need to go back 10 years ago to dating, or 20 years ago, where it's...
She said we are meant to connect. God created us as social creatures. He said, man, you should not be alone. Here is a woman. Relationships, connection. Everybody wants to connect. We were built this way.
I mean, we still want to be feminists and we still want to stand up for women's rights, but we also want to respect that we do have different roles, you know?
Wow. Like, I get it. She sounds like she is an advocate for restoring respect in modern dating and recognizing that each gender has their role and responsibility. She said relationships are everything. We are meant to connect. We are. Whether that be the relationship with my husband, with my spouse, with my boyfriend, with my girlfriends, with my mother, with my father. There is nothing unfun. Is that even a word? Unfun about being faithful. It seems like social media is just destroying what it means to be in a faithful relationship because so many people have gotten hurt that they feel revengeful. They feel if he or she can't be faithful, why should I? And it's not about that. That person just wasn't for you. That person just made a mistake. We are all human. Real love includes freedom with boundaries. Freedom with boundaries. And waiting until marriage is sexy, she said. It's attractive. Waiting until marriage is a sign of maturity. Point blank, period. A sign of emotional maturity. Let's not get into talking about discipline, because it takes a lot of discipline. A lot. And I know a lot of people out here saying, marriage is this ball and train. It weighs you down. You're, you know, only with one person. You can't be with nobody else. I get it. Marriage is not for everybody. But for those who are wanting to be in a long-term relationship, to be married, marriage is a bond, a covenant that's built on trust and commitment. Trust and commitment. And if I can't go hang with my girls and have fun within those boundaries, am I really cool with being with this person? We can definitely embrace some aspects of modern femininity. I know I think we have really truly lost the true definition of femininity. And I think there are definitely some extremists out there. And I also think that there are some aspects that we can definitely embrace. And at the same time, respect our biblical roles. I don't think it's either or. I think you can do both. It should not either respect the biblical role as a woman and not embrace femininity. I wholeheartedly believe in certain aspects of equality, equal pay, for one. And I also truly believe that I can still play the role of a biblical wife, mother. Who's to say it can't be and? It doesn't have to be either or. And, let's take a look at what the Bible says about love. And y'all know, love is defined very well in 1 Corinthians the 13th chapter. And I want to hone in on verses 4 through 5. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not dishonor. It's not self-seeking. It's not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongdoing. Like those two verses right there, we could go a whole 4 days and discuss this. But it is very clear it does not dishonor others. I love my husband. I don't dishonor him. Love is patient. That can be hard sometimes. But sis, when you value yourself, because love just isn't about loving someone else, it's also about loving yourself. When you value yourself, you recognize the gem that you are. When you value your partner, you don't have to compromise either one. You can love yourself and your partner without compromising one another. And one thing I want, looking at this video, because again, it does not always look good when you are in the club as a married person. I understand you want to hang out with your friends. There are other options for you to go and hang with your girls. And what the question you need to ask yourself before you go out with your friends, you need to ask yourself, am I honoring my relationship with my choices? Am I honoring my relationship with my choices? Would I feel comfortable if my partner did the same thing I'm doing tonight? If I'm at the club, dancing on the table with my girls, would I be comfortable with my boyfriend doing the same thing? If I'm at the club and I'm accepting drinks from a guy, would I feel comfortable if my partner was accepting drinks from a girl? If not, I need to do something different. Ask yourself those questions. Healthy dating is going to lead to healthy marriage. My platform is all about preparing yourself for marriage. And you do that by establishing healthy habits in your dating. Learning how to set boundaries in your singleness preps you and protects your union, your marriage. You gotta learn how to set boundaries early on because it will easily flow into your marriage. Why wait until you married to decide to start doing this stuff? God is prepping you now. You've got to get into the marriage mindset. You have to get into the mindset that fun doesn't always have to equal foolishness, doesn't always have to equal getting sloppy with my girlfriends. Yes, trust. Trust is a turn on. Waiting until marriage is a turn on. It's sexy. This man is waiting for me. Peace is the new sexy. Not this chaos. Not this hot girl summer. Not this, I'm going to soil my royal oats. Being marriage minded doesn't mean boring. I don't know why people just assume, oh, because you married now, you just in the house and you don't do nothing. No. Yes, your priorities may shift. Yes, you may have more responsibilities. But that doesn't mean that it's boring. It means you are being intentional. You still can be married and be playful and joyful and popping. Do people even say that anymore? But marriage can be all of that. You define what your marriage looks like. You want it to be boring? Let it be boring. You want it to be playful with your husband? Joyful? You choose to be playful. You choose to be joyful. And you can do all of that without compromising your values. Ladies, let me know in the comment section. Would you be open to dating a man who wants to wait until marriage? If so, drop me a heart if you believe in discipline as a love language. Let's stop glamorizing this chaos. Y'all know social media loves to do that. Yes, it gets the likes. Yes, it gets the clicks. But let's stop glamorizing it and get back to, like my girl said, connection. You can't connect in chaos. Marriage is still a beautiful thing. Sis, you deserve love. You deserve all of that. You deserve a love that honors you.